Hi friends, welcome back. So it is hobonichi launch day. Well, at least I'm hoping to get this video up the same day as the hobonichi launch. It's August 31st here in the US, but September 1st over in Japan. So it is officially launch time for us. So I thought I'd share what my plan is as far as what I think I'm gonna order, because it is changing by the hour, my friends. But I thought I would share what it is that I think I am going to get for this order. And it has changed a lot because I've been kind of revisiting some of my old planners. I've got them all here, the ones that I've been using for the past now going on 4 years or so. It keeps changing because I keep kind of weighing out some different options. But let's quickly recap what I'm currently using. Okay, so for my day-to-day, I am using an A6, the Hobonichi Techo 2025 original. I love this little book. It has just been my go-to for daily planning. Here's kind of a look at what those blank pages look like. It does come with your annual view, your monthly view, and your daily view. This just does not have the week at a glance, but you can get a supplemental book from Hobonichi to give you the weeks if you want to. It's just very, very small, so I did not feel it was needed for me for this year, but it is an option if you are considering this size or have this as your size preference. Now, as my kind of week at a glance, I have been using my Hobonichi weeks and I've been absolutely loving it. It's very just straight to the point. I don't do a whole lot of decorating in here, but here's an example of a more recent week that's completed and what that looks like. Again, it's just a high level overview of our schedule, our dinner plan, and temperatures for the day. I have a small, again, very high level this week, the main things that I want to get done. And then I kind of started recently adding this currently section of what I'm watching, reading, listening to, and loving. Don't do a lot in the back, just every now and then. If I'm reading something, I'll put that in here. I've got a couple of pages where I shared what color combinations I love for markers in case I'm just kind of in a I don't know what to do. Every planner I have a pen test page, that sort of thing, but there's still plenty of notes pages back here. And then my Hobonichi cousin is the one that I've kind of been sort of in and out throughout the year, but a lot of this is for memory keeping and then just a daily journal or doing the prompts and things like that. When I don't have anything to put in here, sometimes I'm just playing around with paint markers and things like that. But again, I've been kind of in and out of it all of 2025, but that's where we're at with that. Oh, I did do a page where I was thinking about my plan for 2026, and it has since changed even since that book. And then of course, last but certainly not least, is my 5-year journal where I just kind of keep up with current events going on in our country. And that's been really working out well for me. So that is my current lineup. Now let's talk about what I am considering for my order this evening / tomorrow, whichever time zone you're in. So I'm definitely going to get another weeks. And as of this moment, while I'm filming this video, my top contenders for the weeks, first of all, let me preface, I'm not a mega weeks person, just a regular weeks user. I do have a mega here to kind of show you the comparison because I did order 2 this year. It was a mistake on my part, but here is the difference between these standard weeks and a weeks mega. You get tons of more notes pages. I don't need them. I don't like writing in a mega. It's just, again, a whole lot of personal preference when it comes to planning. But I think my top contenders for the weeks are the antique green, and I'll pop some pictures up here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But I'm thinking of getting the antique green, and I don't want to mispronounce this next one, but it's the A Story About Me cover. So I'm just going to pop that up here as well. And then my other top contender is the dot version because I feel like that one is going to be the most neutral without going just completely the black gingham color. I feel like I can totally see that being part of my planner stack for next year. So those are my top 3 contenders for this book. And I'm super excited because this one ends, it can go all the way up to January. No, it ends at the end of December, right? But the new books always start, this is my favorite part about the weeks, is that the new weeks start at the end of November. So you actually get to start this planner a little bit earlier, which I personally love. It just kind of, January seems so far away, right? But when you can start this one at the end of November, it's just super exciting. I have a Spring Start Hobonichi Techo. These start in April. Now, previously I have used the planner version, which is like this black cover. I absolutely love it. And when I was sharing some of my pages with a friend of mine, I was like, you know what? I actually really like that the years are on the spine of these books. They don't come on the spine of the regular original Techo, but in the planner version, they do. And I kind of like that. And another big difference is, let me find a blank page, is that these pages are fairly neutral with the exception of Sunday. They don't change color every month like they do in the original. And yes, I always have extra planners specifically for these videos, but you can see that the color changes every month in the other version of the Hobonichi. And again, personal preference. With this book ending or being a spring start, and I think I want to go back to this, I may get one of these. However, with that being said, these don't really sell out, right? Or if they do, they like restock pretty frequently. But I don't know that this is something that I'm actually going to order at launch. The weeks I will order at launch because I want to make sure the specific cover that I want, I'm going to have it by the end of November. But this one I might hold off to ordering towards the end of the year because this isn't something that they really run out of. Like, let's knock on wood, right? So for now, I am set with that. Now let's talk about covers for the A6 because there is one in particular that I want. I'm a little bit bummed about the price, but I know that this is the one cover that I want. I have been a huge fan of this artist. And again, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, so I'm just going to spare everyone, but I'm going to pop the photo up on the screen. But it's the White Cat's Table. I have the last 2 and I definitely want the one for this year. I'm obsessed with the way that the pen loop looks. How it's got like that little bit of like plaid on it. I think it is just so adorable. However, it is $87. I'm just gonna bite the bullet. Since I'm not getting this book right away, I'll go ahead and get the cover. So far we've got 1 week's and 1 cover. The Cousin is where I am not 100% sure that I'm going to repurchase it right at launch time. I'm not thoroughly convinced that I'm going to use this book for 2025. So as of right now, I don't have a plan to order any covers for the Hobonichi Cousin or a Hobonichi Cousin at all. I'm really considering one of these Sterling ink planners. They've got a couple of new options for 2026 that I find really intriguing, but the thing is I already have a couple of A5 covers. None of the new ones have really jumped out to me that I like really have to have, and I could easily, if I want to continue on with an A5, just use the covers that I currently have and put my Sterling ink inside of it. So as of right now, I'm like 50-50 on ordering a Cousin if I really need one. I was part of the group of people that had like the bad batch of the Tomoe River paper, just a lot of issues. And my Cousin was the only one that was affected, not my A6 and not my Weeks. So I'm a little on the fence, and I have seen people say that they have like reached out or asked Hobonichi on their socials about the paper, and their answers seemed very weird. I don't know. It could be a number of issues there. Like maybe they're just not allowed to discuss it publicly. I'm not 100% sure, to be quite honest, but I will say that other companies like Aurastell and Sterling Ink are being 1000% transparent about their paper things. At the end of the day, this is not really that big of a deal, but if you're going to be spending your hard-earned money on a planner, you should know what you're getting and not spend all the time, energy, and money to get said item and then be completely let down. So I really appreciate that those companies are sharing what they're doing to make the paper experience better. So a huge kudos to them. Now, I think that this is very obvious, but I don't need another 5-year journal. I'm good on this one till 2029, and there's definitely been no shortage of information to put in here, so I don't need another one of these. These do come in A5 and A6, I believe. I have the A5 size. I actually really love it, and I'm a little bit behind. I've got some catching up to do, but again, I just kind of go to whatever trusted news sources I follow and then just kind of go in and fill in what was the most like breaking news headline of the day. Again, there's been no shortage of that, so this is definitely going to get lots of use. But all right, so that is where I am at as of right now. It is literally 10:19 in the morning on August 31st. I'm definitely going to do a part 2 of this video with what I actually ordered, because again, the excitement is just, it's super exciting, right? There's a little bit of me that's also like, well, screw it, I'm not gonna order anything because this is like way too much. And I've even thought about the only thing that I would order is the cover that I want for my A6, because even this one I had to wait a few months to get because it sold out last year. But planner launch seasons are always my favorite, and there is no shortage of like hype and excitement and just a little bit of stress. But let's remember not to get too stressed. A lot of these planners do not even start until January 1st. All right, guys, please be sure to share in the comments if you are ordering from the Hobonichi launch. What are you planning on ordering, or what did you end up ordering? And if you're not ordering from Hobonichi and you're going to try some of the other brands that offer some similar planner options, drop them down below. I truly believe that sharing is caring. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you are already subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell so that you know when my videos are posted here on YouTube. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.